A very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the next session on health and wellness. So, today we will be seeing about three topics. First one will be about the fitness evaluation. Second topic will be about the core strengthening exercises. And the third topic will be about the balance and coordination exercises. So, moving on to the first topic, that is a fitness evaluation. Physical fitness has been typically defined as a set of attributes or characteristics that people have or achieve that relates to the ability to perform the physical activity. Fitness evaluation determines the level of health-related fitness components such as body composition, flexibility, muscular strength, and endurance and aerobic capacity. A state of adequate physical fitness is the ability to handle undue stress and daily occupations without becoming fatigued. It's a state of overall vigor and vitality related to but not a measure of athletic ability. Fitness evaluation testing procedures contain the measurements of body composition, aerobic capacity, flexibility, and a muscular strength and an endurance will be taken to determine the fitness level. So let's have a look at the video on the fitness evaluation.
Hey Global Fit family, Jordan Hankins here to talk with you today about doing an at-home assessment. Alright, so you made the decision to improve your lifestyle by starting an exercise routine. One of the first things you should do is an assessment to really gauge what your current fitness level is and also where your flexibility lies. Alright, so I'm going to be bringing you through 7 exercises today. You don't need any of this fancy equipment. You can do this at home, so whether you have access to a facility or not, the only things you'll be needing today are the wall, you're going to need a doorway, and you're going to need the floor, and of course your body. Alright, so let's get started. The shoulder mobility test is a pass-fail test. You want to start with your back and head against the wall with your feet positioned 2 feet away. Keep your arm straight up at the elbow while lifting it overhead. If you can touch your thumb to the wall without allowing your lower back to come off, then you pass the test. You get 3 attempts for each arm. The hamstring mobility test is next. This is also a pass-fail test. You want to lie in a doorway lining up your knees to the base of the wall. Keep your toes pointed towards the ceiling and lift one of your legs as high as possible while keeping the other leg straight on the ground. If your leg passes the plane of the door, you pass the test. The pull-up test is an alternative test if you have access to a bar or even an iron gym you can put up at home. We're going with an underhand grip here. You want to shoot for a full range of motion from the hang position. A good modification for this is to use an assistance band that you could find at your local gym or if you have one at home. You're shooting for as many reps as you can in 1 minute or it's a failure. Your next test is the Tabata squat test. It's going to consist of 8 rounds of 20 seconds of squats followed by 10 seconds of a squat hold at the bottom. This is a 4-minute test. I don't expect you to get through it your first time. Your legs are going to be building up with lactic acid throughout this, so record as many squats as you perform for next time. For the push-ups, you're going to perform as many as you can in 1 minute. Keep your abs and glutes activated the whole time, maintaining a straight line between your shoulders and your heels. Push up, your elbows should be about 45 degrees off your body. Record your final number of reps. The next exercise is your single leg reach. You're going to do this maintaining balance on one leg for a minute on each side. You want to keep your back flat, hinge at the hips, keep a slight bend in your knee, and reach down towards the ground. If your mobility restricts you from getting down to the ground, use a dumbbell or a kettlebell and record the amount of reps you do on each side. The last exercise test is everyone's favorite, the burpee. You're going to reach your hands down towards the ground. You're going to step or jump back while lowering yourself controlled. Push yourself off the ground, jump your feet in, and stand up. You're going to record as many as you can in 1 minute.
Moving on to the next topic, that is the core strengthening exercises. So, what is a core muscle? Core muscles are the link between your upper and the lower body and dictate how you go about your everyday activities. Whether it's playing a sport, picking up something from the floor, or even sitting. A stable and a strong core is required for an efficient movement. So, Why it is very important to strengthen the core. A strong core provides many benefits to your body, both in terms of looks and overall health. Hence, you need a workout aimed at strengthening the core. Strengthening the core is not just beneficial for your physical aesthetics but also a key factor for your bodily balance, performance during workouts, and the mobility. It enhances the stability and the balance. It improves performance, such as workouts and sports. It burns fats. It reduces the risk of back injuries and improves posture. So, let us have a look at the video on core muscle strengthening exercise.
Coming to you from right here in my living room. And right now, I'm gonna give you a free follow along workout that you can use anytime you wanna target your core, work that excess fat off your midsection, and slim up your waist. I'll give you different levels of each exercise so anyone can do them no matter how fit you currently are, even if you're injured or have physical limitations. This workout is a great starting point if you're looking to make a body transformation. In fact, we use similar workouts just like this with thousands of our members to achieve incredible results. And stay with me to the end of this video because I want to give you an awesome freebie. It's a tool that we use to help our members determine their unique core type, which gives you the exact exercises that you should use and the ones to avoid if you want the best results possible for your individual body. As always, you should consult with your personal care provider before you take on any new exercise program or routine. Now, core exercises are the foundation of your entire body. Every movement you make stems from your core. In order to slim down your waistline and get toned or even six-pack abs, you need to be following the right exercises in a progressive order to properly activate your core and kickstart your weight loss goals. So, let's jump into the workout I have for you today. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna do 4 beginner core exercises. I'm gonna describe each core exercise first, all the details that you need to know to do it with perfect form so you don't hurt yourself. Then from there, you can do the exercise for 30 seconds along with me. Then I'll go to the next exercise and repeat the process. And overall, we're gonna do those 4 exercises. You can have about 2 minutes of actual core work. And afterwards, you'll see that you can get a great core workout in just 2 minutes. So let's get started with the first exercise, the reverse crunch. Okay, to do the reverse crunch with perfect form, follow along to these steps, and then we'll go ahead and do the full routine. So, start out on your back. The biggest thing that you wanna do is you wanna press your lower back into the ground. So the most common thing that people do with reverse crunch is as they bring their legs down, their lower back lifts off the ground like this and creates some space. And what that's doing is putting pressure on your spine instead of on your abdominal muscles. So the first thing you have to focus on is pressing your lower back into the ground and don't let it lift the entire time. From there, make a diamond with your hands, just like this, and put it underneath your tailbone, just like that. Press that lower back into the ground. Think about being tall to the top of your head. Now inhale as you drop your heels towards the ground. Exhale as you bring your knees back up towards your chest. So, and really just focus on lower back into the ground, tall to the top of your head, and your breathing. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do these reverse crunches for 30 full seconds while maintaining perfect form. All right, let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, and go.
Make sure to keep your lower back pressed into the ground the entire time. Remember to squeeze your legs together the entire time. Remember to inhale as you go down and exhale as you go up. 3, 2, 1, and rest.
All right, great job on the reverse crunch. You should probably already feel your abdominal muscles working a little bit, but we're gonna go to the next exercise, which is called the kneeling plank. I'll show you a few key things to think about to make sure you're doing this with perfect form, and then just like with the reverse crunch, we're gonna hold it for 30 seconds to really work your core. Okay, so to start out with, come into a kneeling position. And then you're gonna bring your elbows to the ground and you're gonna press your elbows into the floor. Now, the most important part is the position between your knees, hips, and shoulders. So most people plank and they stick their butt up in the air like this. But what I want you to do is to squeeze your glutes, squeeze your butt muscles as tight as you can. And when you do that, you're gonna bring your body into alignment from your knees, through your hips, and all the way through your shoulders, okay? So squeeze those glutes. Don't let those glutes go the entire time. Then just like the reverse crunch, tuck your chin and think about pressing tall to the top of your head. Now the last thing you're gonna wanna think about with the kneeling plank is instead of pushing up like this with your arms, you're gonna wanna think about dragging your elbows towards your hips. When you create that little bit of pressure, you're not actually gonna move, but when you create that little bit of pressure like that, you're gonna feel your core muscles work twice as hard. It's gonna be way better for your core. So, thinking of those things, squeezing the glutes, tall to the top of your head, and dragging your elbows back towards your knees. Let's get ready to hold that kneeling plank in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Hold and remember to breathe. Press your forearms into the ground and drag your elbows back towards your belly button to make your abs fire harder. Keep it up, let's go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest!
All right, great job on the kneeling plank. We've got 2 exercises down and we've got 2 to go. So the next one is called the mountain climber, and it's probably the most difficult exercise I'm gonna show you today. So make sure you take it very slow. And if need be, we're gonna show you a different variation that you can do using a chair or the back of a couch to make it even easier for you. But I'll describe it right now and how to do it with perfect form. So for the mountain climber, you're gonna come into the same position as you did for the plank, only you're gonna have your hands flat on the ground, and this time you're gonna lift up on your toes into a full push-up position. From here, press your hands to the ground, think tall to the top of your head, and one by one, you're gonna bring your knee up and back, and your knee up and back. Start slow and use small range of motion at first, and then as you get better at this, you can move even faster to the point where you're almost running in place. Okay? So think about those cues as you do the mountain climber, and again, take it easy, don't push yourself too much, move slow with this exercise. Let's get ready for 30 seconds of the mountain climber in 3, 2, 1, and go.
If this is too hard, try this instead. Make sure all the points of your hand are in contact with the ground and grip the ground with your fingers. Turn your elbow pits forward to really activate your shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and rest.
All right, great job on the mountain climber. That one was probably pretty tough, and we only have 1 exercise left. So you only got 30 seconds left. So stick with me because I really want you to feel that burn in your core from these 4 exercises. Now the last one is called the kneeling inchworm. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do the kneeling inchworm with perfect form, and then we're gonna do this final exercise for 30 seconds. You're almost there, okay? So come into the same position as you had for the mountain climber, only this time you're gonna be down on your knees. Now bring your hands closer to your knees, squeeze your glutes just like we did with the plank as tight as you can, and it's gonna put you in this round posture. That's okay right now because it's gonna keep your core tight and in the right place. Now from there, keep your elbows as locked as you can keep them and walk your body out as far as you can like this. So you're gonna walk your arms out as far as you can, keep those glutes tight, keep those glutes tight, and when you get out to a certain point, you're gonna feel your core really start to work. It doesn't matter how far you go as far as you can while squeezing your glutes. And then press up, one arm at a time, trying to keep those elbows as straight as possible. So really using your shoulder blades to move, not your elbows to move, okay? So that's all you gotta think about when doing the kneeling inchworm. Let's get started. Last set, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. If this is too hard, try this instead.
try and see if you can go a little bit further on every single rep. Keep it up, you're almost done. 3, 2, 1, and rest.
All right, great job. And thank you so much.
Moving on to the next topic, the balance and the coordination exercises. Balance. It refers to an individual's ability to maintain their line of gravity within their base of support. It can also be described as the ability to maintain equilibrium, where equilibrium can be defined as any condition in which all the acting forces are cancelled by each other, resulting in stable balanced system. There are two types of balance. One is static and the other is dynamic. Coming to static, it is the ability to maintain the body in some fixed posture. Static balance is the ability to maintain postural stability and orientation with center of mass over the base of support and the body at rest. Coming to dynamic balance. Dynamic balance is an ability to maintain the postural stability and orientation with center of mass over the base of support while the body parts are in motion. Seeing about coordination, so it is the ability to select the right muscle at the right time with proper intensity to achieve the proper action. Coordinated movement is characterized by appropriate speed, distance, direction, timing, and the muscular tension. It is the process that results in activation of the motor units of multiple muscles with simultaneous inhibition of all the other muscles in order to carry out a desired activity. Now, let us take a look at the videos on balance and coordination exercises.
The front scale might look pretty easy, but there's a lot of things involved when performing it correctly. First, we want to make sure to relax our shoulders and we lock out our legs. From here, with our toes pointed, we'll pull our leg up just slightly. This is the first position. We want to make sure that we don't lean back and we don't want to bend our legs. Keep those legs locked out and chest up. Once you're comfortable with the first front scale, then you can start working on pulling your leg up higher. 90 degrees is something to aim for the advanced front scale. The front scale leg lift is an exercise that we can use to help strengthen ourselves in holding the front scale. We'll lock out our legs, pull with our core, make sure that you exhale when you lift, and on the very last lift, hold it. Rather than height, focus on form. The back scale is similar to the front scale in that we want to make sure that we lock our legs, keeping our chest up. We want to point our toes, and then keeping a straight line, we lift our leg up and back. Looking at the advanced version of this, we'll extend our leg to the back. And as we pull the leg up and back, we allow our chest to come down. Notice that I'm not taking my chest towards the floor. I'm extending outward. Don't lean forward when performing the back scale, and don't bend your legs. Keep the legs locked out, toes pointed, and chest up. One more key point is to make sure that you don't open your hips to the side. Draw your hip down towards the floor so that your body's straight. Once you get the front scale and the back scale, you can start working on the front to back scale. Start in the front scale and exhale, slowly bringing your leg to the back into the back scale. Keep your legs locked out. Exhale as you bring your leg back up into the front scale. Here are some other variations. For example, the front scale to a pistol. In the beginning, I suggest starting with your leg relatively close to the floor. It's going to help. And you can also transition into a back scale to a one-leg squat. Extend that leg in the back. This will help with your balance. Make sure that you exhale throughout the movement. One more variation is the pirouette to back scale. This is a fun movement that will help you with your balance. All right, that's the tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to start at the very beginning. Don't just jump up into the more advanced holds of the front scale and the back scale. Lock out your legs, point your toes, keep a really nice posture, and work on gradually being able to lift your leg higher and higher.